Welcome to the Cory Lee Show, where our focus is on building leaders and transforming culture. My name is Cory Lee, and in each episode, I aspire to ignite something on the inside of you that encourages you to grow yourself and to make an impact on the world around you. Welcome to the Cory Lee Show. Welcome back to the Cory Lee Show. I wanted to talk to you guys today about joy. I think this season is a season of joy, and I've actually got some things I want to challenge you to do in this episode today. One of the things I want to challenge you to do is I want you to, if you've got an opportunity right now, I want you to do it right now. Just pause and do this activity right now. I want you to take out your phone, and I want you to go to your pictures, and I want you to go back 3 months ago and start 3 months ago and just look at some of the pictures you captured. Maybe go to social media, go to your calendar, and look what has happened over the last 3 months of your life. And I want you to write down like 5 of the greatest happenings over the last 3 months. This is a powerful, powerful activity. In fact, I guess about 12 or 13 years ago, I started doing this. I came up with this goal setting kind of thing that I do, a process that I go through. And I've actually turned it into a workshop. And so for any of you guys that are interested in coming to that, we've got 5 of them, one in Tupelo, Mississippi on January the 10th. Then we've got one in January the 17th in Nashville, January the 18th in Baltimore, Maryland. The next Friday will be in Hattiesburg. And then the last Friday in January will be up in Indiana and doing this live workshop. And so if you want to come to that, would love for you to come. We'll have the links in the show notes below. But one of the first things that we do in that workshop is we do the same thing. We get out your calendar, get out your phone, get out social media, and look back starting at the beginning of the year at some of the greatest moments and the greatest happenings of the year. One of the reasons that I do that is because in goal setting, we're talking about how do we get from here to there. Well, we're going to establish the there in our goal setting part, but to get to here to that, from here to there, we got to know where here is, and we got to know how we got to where we are. And so we always start with a time of reflection, and one of the things we do is capture the greatest moments throughout the year. It is so easy to forget about the awesome things that are going on in your life, like you look back, oh man, I forgot we went on that trip. Oh, I forgot that happened to our daughter. I forgot that happened to our son. Oh, I forgot my wife and I did that. That's amazing. Or maybe you see some of those challenging moments of the year and you see how you gained victory. You saw how you got strengthened, how you came through, and you are victorious now on the other side. And so it's amazing to capture some of those. So I want you to just stop and look back over the last 3 months and capture some of those wins. And as I was thinking about this actually podcast came from I do a monthly motivational workshop with a specific team. And as I was thinking about them and what I could share with them, this theme of joy just kept coming back. And I feel like we were really in a season of joy. And so this actually came out of that motivational talk. And I started them off doing the same thing. And then also told them I just want them to take a moment to look at someone beside them and just laugh. And just laugh. And I want you to do that right now. I want you just to stop a second and take 10 seconds and laugh. Get you a good belly laugh in there. Maybe you can say hee hee ha ha. Hee hee ha ha. Just get you a good laugh, right? And I told them, don't, look at the person beside you and laugh. Don't laugh at how goofy they look, but just laugh because I told them to do that. But there are some benefits to laughing, and I want to read you some of these benefits to laughing. These are scientifically proven, by the way, right? If they're scientifically proven, or if I say that, you got to believe them, okay? So anyway, these are scientifically proven, and I'm not going to read all of this, but I want to give you the top 5 reasons that laughter is good medicine. And so number 1, laughter can reduce blood pressure. If you all anxious and all bowed up and tight and all that, you restricting blood flow, that's going to do some damage. So it reduces blood pressure. Number 2, it decreases anxiety and depression. It says laughter promotes positive mental health by decreasing the stress hormones. Reducing stress hormones allows us to directly reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. When we laugh, endorphins are released, the feel-good hormones. Number 3, how about this? I found this one interesting. It says number 3 way or benefits of laughing. It says better memory. How about that? How about that? Laughter helps with memory. It says that the hippocampus is an area of the brain that plays an important role in being able to make new memories. And according to this research, it says hormones associated with stress can actually damage the hippocampus. And so stress, it hurts this part of the memory, while laughter improves it. So number 4, it improves your immune system. Number 5, it can be a pain reducer. How about that? Laughter. Just go ahead and get you a good belly laugh in right there. Hee hee ha ha. But there's benefits to laughing. I believe, y'all, there is an invitation in this season to receive joy. And here's the deal. Joy is not based on circumstances. See, it's not based on the great things going on in my life or the lack of it. It's not based on the difficulties that I'm facing. Joy is a heart posture. Joy is a choice in attitude. One of my favorite books is called The Traveler's Gift. We used to have stacks of these at the physical therapy clinic, and when high school students would come in, we'd just pass them out. And in there, the main character in the book, he gets to go back in time and he gets to have a conversation with 7 historical figures. And one of them is Anne Frank. And this is what Anne Frank in the book, it's a fictitious book, okay? But this is what the character Anne Frank says in the book. She says, complaining is an attitude, or complaining is an activity, just like jumping rope or turning on the radio. You can choose to complain. You can choose not to complain. Gratefulness is a choice as well. My thoughts are based on the books I choose to read, the TV I choose to watch, and the words of other people that I choose to listen to. Life is a privilege. And to live life the fullest, hey, that's a choice as well. Today, I choose to be happy. Beginning this very moment, I choose to be happy. I know that happiness is not a phantom floating around, but is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Laughter is an outward expression of the enthusiasm, and I know enthusiasm rules the world. People are drawn to me because I have laughter in my heart. The world belongs to the enthusiastic because people will follow them anywhere. I will always smile first. It is the key to my emotional makeup. My power is displayed when I smile. Today, I choose to be happy. Too many times, I have offered up the prayers of a beggar, always asking for more and more and more, and forgetting to give thanks. I do not wish to be seen as a greedy child, so today I choose joy. Today I choose to be happy. There's a quote I like by Zig Ziglar, and I believe it's 100% true. He says, your attitude will determine your altitude. How about that? He says your attitude, not your aptitude, not how smart you are, not your IQ, but your attitude will determine your altitude. I want you to think about that for a minute. Your attitude will determine your altitude. How high up you and I go in our careers in life is largely determined by our attitude. But why? Think about it for a second. Like, why? Why is attitude? What about skill? What about ability? Aren't they important? And absolutely, yes. One of the things we talk about in leadership is you cannot have a level 10 size team, a level 5 size talent. Talent and ability is 100% important. But if you ask any leader, I bet you 100%. I talk to leaders all across the country. I get to work with their teams. And one of the things I ask them, what are you looking for in someone who comes onto your team? Hey guys, I hope you are enjoying this episode of the Cory Lee Show. Y'all, I am on a mission to build leaders and to transform culture. So if you're looking for a speaker who speaks directly to the heart, a mentor to come alongside you and your team, or if you're in a position where you're looking for a personal coach who embraces where you are and also believes in who you could become, then I would be honored to walk this path with you. Simply reach out to me on my email at Cory@CoryLeeLeadership.com. Look, let's make your vision a reality. Contact me and together we'll navigate the path from aspiration to achievement. Your transformation, it starts now. Always, 100%. Someone who's coachable, someone who's got a good attitude. They say that because attitude is more important. Certain skills can be taught. See, we can get people trained up, but we can't do much with a bad attitude at this point. Attitudes are contagious. You know, some people, they bring happiness wherever they go. But there are some people, they bring happiness whenever they go, right? Like people with good attitudes, they just brighten the room while they are in it. People with a bad attitude, they cause the room to brighten when they leave. You know, when you're around someone with a good attitude, it just rubs off on you. There's something on the inside of you that stirs when you're around somebody with a good attitude. Like somebody with a good attitude, it deposits something within you. It stirs something up within you. You get a bit more excited. But someone with a bad attitude, you know, you don't really like being around them. You tend to avoid them. Just think about it. How many of you would rather hang out with someone who complains a lot and talks about other people? Or maybe would you rather hang out with someone who's positive with a good attitude? Which person would you rather, if you had your druthers, who would you rather hang out with? I'm pretty sure it'd be the good attitude. See, your attitude, my attitude is a choice. At the time of this recording this past weekend, it's close to Christmas time. We were having a Christmas party and our kids were all outside and they were playing, and our daughter, she comes in and she says, Brady's out there raging. Brady's out there raging. Brady had done gotten mad. I go out there and there's this 4-acre lot. I don't know, it's a big old yard, right? And there was nobody out there. He was just stomping and kicking and kicking grass. And he was just so mad. And I was talking to him and he's like, they made me mad. They made me mad, right? Talking about this mad. And if you've heard the podcast before, you've heard my little vignette on this, that if somebody else can make you mad, if somebody else can make you sad, and if somebody else can make you glad, then you've been had, right? You have been had, because what you're doing is your attitude is the only thing you can control. Like I can control what people do to me, say to me, or do, talk about me. But one thing I can control is my attitude. It's my response. And I was trying to say to him that if somebody else can make me mad, then I have empowered them to have control over me. They were playing a game. If the outcome of this game was bad because somebody else made me mad, then I have completely empowered somebody else and disempowered myself. And so I was talking to him about this, and as an eight-year-old young man, and he was mad and in the moment, he was caught up in the emotion. I was like, look, I was telling him all this stuff, and he said, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't control it. They just made me so mad, right? And it hit me. He's not lying in his attitude, right? It is not easy. It is not easy when I've been taken advantage of to control my attitude. It is not easy when someone who's been very intentionally done me wrong and done me dirty. It is not easy to control that. And so one of the things I had to tell him about is you are stronger than that. You are better than that. But you've got to do it for yourself. You've got to determine it yourself. Right? And I can't do it for him. He can't do it for me. I've got to control my internal world, my internal makeup. My attitude is my choice. And so, if I'm honest with you, sometimes I want to be mad. There are times that I just want to hang on to my anger, but it does nobody any good, especially myself. It does me no good to hang on to my anger. I got to let that go. In the book, The Traveler's Gift, she says complaining is an activity, just like jumping rope is an activity. Turning on the radio is an activity. So check it out. If complaining is an activity, it means I can choose to engage in it or I can choose not to engage in it. When you're talking with people and they say, you say, hey, how's things going? And they say, hey, man, you know what? Things are good. Things are going good. I can't complain, right? I can't complain. And if I did, nobody would listen anyway, right? Like you hear people say that, and it's funny because there is a little truth to that. Most people don't really want to hear complaints. They don't. People don't want to hear it, right? But it makes me wonder if you and I were to take an honest look at your past week, let's just say the last 7 days, and we were just, to do a forensic kind of test on your attitude over the past week, Would you say your words reflected more of an attitude of gratitude or one of grumbling? And what do you think that says about where your focus has been over the past week? Now, we never do any of that kind of stuff and never kind of do some of that self-awareness stuff to cause shame or blame and none of that junk. It is to bring awareness, right? Because once I become aware of something, now I can do something about it. And so if over the week, whatever the results of our forensic testing would be, what would you say needs to change? I want to challenge you. Here's my challenge for you. By the time you go to bed tonight, I want you to write down one win for your day. Just one win. It could be in the workspace. It could be in your personal space. It could be in your faith, your family, your fitness, your finances, whatever area. But I want you to write down one win for the day. And actually, I want you to do that for the next 7 days. I want you to do that one win for the day for 7 days in a row. And then at the end of the week, I want you to write down all your wins for the week. See, this keeps you in this attitude of gratitude, but also, I'm telling you, forget about the awesome things that happen in your life. A few years ago, for my wife, for her birthday's in November, and as you know, Thanksgiving is in November. So what I thought I would do for her birthday would be, starting at the beginning of the month, I would write down one thing that I was thankful for her, very specific, not a blanket statement, but something very specific that I wanted, that I was really grateful for her for that month, and I wanted to give it to her on her birthday. But as I got going and doing this, oh man, this is really, really good. I like doing this, and so I didn't give it to her on her birthday. I kept it going for a whole year, and I wrote down. There were a few days that I missed, but for a large part of a year, I wrote down daily something that I was grateful for her, thankful for her, and there were some days that I did not want to write anything down. But I chose to write something down. And you know what happened when I wrote something down, especially in those moments that I did not want to write something down? Something on the inside of me shifted. Something on the inside of me changed. Something about my perspective shifted towards her. Not only her, it was really interesting that as I did this specifically for her, towards her, my perspective towards other people started to change as well. Going back to kind of the quote I read to you guys about Anne Frank, she said that my thoughts are based on three things. She said, my thoughts are based on three things: the books I choose to read, the TV shows I choose to watch, and the words of others that I choose to listen to. Now, my thoughts, what I think about, determines how I feel. How I feel in a given moment determines the actions I take, and the actions I take, y'all, they always going to produce some kind of result. Like, my actions will always produce a result. I will never get a result that is not congruent with the action that I take. And so, if I go out there and plant some green beans, I ain't going to get black-eyed peas. I'm going to sow what I reap. And so if I don't like my results, then I need to change my actions. But it really starts with a thought. See, what I think about determines how I feel determines the actions I take, and my actions always produce a result. So my question to you, what images are you allowing into your eye gate? What sounds are you allowing into your ear gate? And what thoughts and opinions of others are you choosing to make agreement with? See, what I allow into my eye gate, my ear gate, and the thoughts, I love how she said it, the words of others that I choose to listen to. See, I can make agreement with their words, or I cannot make agreement with their words. And she said, the words that I choose. See, they all have a huge influence over my thoughts, and my thoughts have influence over my results. So my question to you is, what are you allowing into your heart through your eye gate and your ear gate? What voices have the most influence in your life? And are those images, or those sounds, or those opinions helping you or hurting you? Are they taking you closer to where you want to be and who you want to be, or are they taking you further away? Joy is a choice, my friends. And just for today, I want to encourage you to choose joy. Do not allow someone else to steal your joy. Do not allow someone else to rob you of joy. I hope this podcast has added value to you. If it has, I would love to hear from you. Would love to hear one thing that stood out to you. Comment in the show notes below something that stood out to you. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with any of the latest episodes of The Cory Lee Show. Hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thanks for joining me today. I hope I have added value to you. And if you have found value in this episode, let me know. Drop a comment and make sure you share with a friend or family member. See you next episode.